Here's a really simple way that you can play Away in a Manger, and you can get the chord sheet totally for free. The link is in the description to that. Let me give you a demo of what we're going for. Just 4 easy chords in this one. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus lay down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky looked down where he lay, the little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. So for every chord that you see written on this chord sheet, we're doing a pluck of the root note, so the lowest note of that chord. For example, on the A, it's the A string, string 5, and then just 2 strums. I'm just using the nail of my first finger, just 2 light strums. And an example of that on the A chord is just pluck, strum, strum, pluck, strum, strum, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's what's happening. What we can do is sort of learn the song first, learn how the chords go, and then add that afterwards, just to get a handle on what's working, get the chord hand working first. So the first chord in the song, in my arrangement, is an A major, which we can play like this, or like this. 3 in a line is totally fine, but if we use this method from my beginner's course, we can keep it down and go for the D chord like this. So for example, if we just strum, every time the letter that's above the lyrics coincides with that lyric, or even the syllable from that lyric, we would get 1, 2, away in a manger, no crib for a bed. Okay? And we'll continue to learn this song like that, but at any point, if you want to add the pluck, strum, strum, go for it, definitely. Just another example. Rather than the strum on that word, it would be the pluck of the thumb. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. Okay? The only thing you're watching out for with that pluck, strum, strum is that the root note's going to change between string 5, or between any of the thicker 3 strings really. String 5 for the A, string 4 for the D, and string 6 for the E. So after no crib for a bed on the D chord, the little, back to A on Jesus. Now we have a B7. Now this B7 chord may be new to some of you, and it's just this way of playing an A chord, moved up a string, so to the thicker strings. That first finger needs to be at 1st fret, and the little finger is on the 2nd fret of the thinnest string. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we don't play string 6 because this is the A string and this is a B note. So that's the note that gives the chord its name, and that's the one we will pluck on the pluck, strum, strum. So that second line, the little Lord Jesus, B7 to E. And the important thing to know is how similar, if you're using this method, that shape is to this one. There's no need to sort of break the shape and do this. Memorize this shape with your fingers, move it up, and just make small adjustments. That's the A and the B7. Very useful for playing blues as well, those chords. That second line again from the D chord. 1, 2, the little Lord Jesus, B7, and an E. Third and fourth lines almost exactly the same, just apart from the last 2 chords. No B7 anymore either, so it's much easier now. From the A, on the third line, the stars in the bright sky. 1, 2, the stars in the bright sky. Look down to a D chord and D. The little Lord Jesus, E major, finishing on the A. And when we finish on that A, you can hear that it sort of sounds finished and resolved. Sounds like it could stop there. That's the end of the verse, but this is also because we're in the key of A. And all the chords that we're using here go very well when we start and finish on A, as a basic example of what keys are. A recap from the Stars in the Bright Sky, and then we'll go through verse 2, which is the same, but we'll try and add that plucking in. From the A chord, 1, 2, the stars in the bright sky, look down where he lay, the little Lord Jesus, E major, back to A. I'm choosing to have the thumb on top while strumming. That just mutes this thicky string. It's just an option, it's not essential, it just adds a little something. Now, if there's anything that's actually too low or too high for you to sing, if it's not comfortable for your voice, that's where the capo can really come into play. If you put a capo at 3rd or maybe even 5th fret, and these are super cheap, you can get these from as little as a couple of dollars on eBay, it can higher the key, so to make the pitch higher, but you can either higher or lower your voice. So for example, now I can higher a little bit. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. And it's a little bit easier for my voice. So that it's a real option, and you can play about with exactly where the capo would go. For a melody notes, yeah, it's on string 4 and 3. Away in a manger. Okay, and I may even do a fingerstyle arrangement of this in the future. But let's go straight on to verse 2, where we're going the catalalowing, and from here it's exactly the same as we've done before, same chords, same order. So let's add that root note now with the strumming hand. Let's give this a go. From the A chord, 1, 2, the catalalowing, the baby, to a D chord, awakes, the little Lord Jesus, no crying he makes. I love you, Lord Jesus, look down from the sky and stay by my side until morning is nigh. We're nearly there, so let's check out verse 3. You can either watch this and then try and play it yourself, or try and play along, and of course rewind it if you need more help. But let's go nice and slow now through verse 3 from the A chord again. In 1, 2. Be near me, Lord Jesus, I ask you to stay. That's string 4 with the thumb. Close by me, back to an A chord, and love me, I pray. Praise string 6 with the thumb. Bless all the dear children in your tender care, and fit us for heaven to live with me. And that's how to play a really simple version of Away in a Manger. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the other Christmas songs and fingerstyle songs on my guitar channel, and I'll see you in another video.